Okay, so what I want to show you here is a categorically grouped graph. And what I mean by that, we're used to seeing graphs where we just have like one set of data here that we're going to be grouping this data by. So in other words, this is the super waxo, the surf goggles, the boogie boards, and so forth. What we've decided to do, though, is to put these different products, let's say, or categories, into different pro levels, professional levels, all right? And what we have here is, like with pro level 4, this is stuff that you could possibly get killed on. So that would be our level 4. Almost getting killed on this stuff here, and then a little bit more lame here, and really lame on this stuff, all right? So the idea is, by setting up your data so that we've got like the first group, the second group, and so forth, that's what you'd want to do. So initially, you probably would have had just something like that, all right? But what we do then is we would add in that second level here, or another, set of labels here, and we would just make sure that these were in the appropriate group. So you'd have like level 1 here, and then all the level 1s, and then you have level 2, all the level 2s, and so forth. Doesn't matter if you've got more in one group than another. Doesn't matter what the order is of these, as long as they're in their own groups. You just have to put the label in one time on the first one. You don't need to repeat it for these two here. All right, so once you've done that, then we go ahead and select the data. Now normally, if we didn't have this level here, we would start from here, go across here, go down like that, and that's how we make our graph. But we want to add that new level, so we start from here, work our way across, and then work our way down like that, see? Now once you've done this, we can then go back into Insert, go back over into our chart area, we'll go into the column area, and we'll just start out with the, we'll just do the two-dimensional for now. So we'll click on the two-dimensional, just like that, and look what happens. Well, let me just move this down here a little bit so we can see it better. I'll just drag it down to here, then I'll scroll, and then I'll bring this across to about right there, and there we go. So what's happened? What we're looking at here, though, is you'll see like the Pro Level 1. So remember our Pro Level 1 were these 3 products there. Well, there's your Pro Level 1. There's those 3 products. There's Pro Level 2, the 3 products, and so forth. Now, we can kind of maybe jazz this up a little bit by going up into our style. So if we go up here in the Design tab, we have all our different styles up here. We can hit the More button to see them all. And then as you hover, let me just kind of scroll down here a little bit here. As you hover over these, you'll see them change, see? So like this one here, that looks pretty cool. That's using the data labels, right? We got this one here, just more accentuates the bars. They have like a little grid in them there, and so forth. So each of them has their own little thing, all right? There's a good one there. And we got this one here. So all these different styles to try to give you the best, what you would feel would be maybe the best way of displaying it without having to spend a lot of time trying to make this happen yourself. You've got it already done for you using these styles. So I can go in here and I can say, well, maybe maybe this one here would be good. So you click onto that, and there we go. And that looks pretty good. And then you can still go back in and say, well, I'm going to click onto the x-axis here. I'll make that bold. I'll make it maybe a little bit bigger, so you can modify that. I could take the legend, make that a little bit bigger. Click on the chart title, and maybe even go and say something like up on the formula bar, hit the equal up there, click onto my title there, enter that in, and now that becomes my title at the top. And again, I can go in there, I can change the color a little bit, maybe go with a different something else that might match a little bit better. Totally up to you. But really the whole idea of setting up this additional level of field is that the fact that now it kind of breaks this up a little bit. Instead of just being some solid thing going across there, I've got it kind of broken up into its own different categories. So from lame to deadly, I've got that full range in there, right? One other thing that you might think about doing is maybe taking all these bars and stacking them, right? So we can actually go, while we're on the graph there, we can go back into our design, right? Go back over here to the change chart type, right? And click onto the stacked column here, and then hit OK, and do something like that. So we still have our groups, but they're also, you know, stacked. So with a graph like this, I can do more of a comparison as to see which category maybe sold the most, which product category did not do too well, and the rest of them in between. All right, so hopefully this can be of help to some of your designs that you put together, but I appreciate you watching the video. Take care.